On Tomato Justin and the night, you know, my mouth is sealed. I'm not allowed to say anything. Don't ask, don't tell. That's the new policy here. About
Isn't that the gay policy?
Ah.
Exactly.
How everybody doing? And it's Claudine. Kuva mu Rwanda, mu Africa, hano muri New York City. I'm here to introduce to you Dr. Njakali Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We are coming to you from the greatest city in the world.
New York City.
Yeah, New York City is so great that it costs $1 million to obtain a license to operate taxi business in the city.
What?
1 million, $1 cool million for a taxi medallion. Yeah. Now, for those of you who do not understand what $1 million really means, it's about the average amount a retired Nigerian governor gets a year as retirement pay.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you, Governor Ababio, for letting us know this one. The retirement pay is a kind of thank you for embezzling an average of 2.5 billion a year as security votes. Yes. Thank you, Rochas. Rochas, thank you so much for letting us know. Now, multiply that by 4 years or 8 years, and you will begin to get the whole picture why everywhere we are seeing clashes of maggots. Do you understand what I'm saying? No. Anyway, forget about Babio, forget about all his types. Tomorrow is Father's Day in America. Yes. Happy Father's Day to you all. Yeah, you. How many kids do you have? 12? I don't know how it is where you are, but over here in America, fathers are those people in a family who their job is to take out trash on Tuesdays and Fridays. The good ones also, they change oil in the family car. That's it. The rest are in prison pumping iron.
Here we go.
I know. Yes. According to Men's Warehouse, that's where I buy my tie and everything, the store sells more ties on Father's Day than any other day in the year. In fact, a new study said that Americans spend $7 billion more on Mother's Day than they spend on Father's Day. Right. All these women, yeah. That should tell you everything you need to know about fathers. Now, talking about fathers, our father in the Lord, our favorite Pope, Pope Francis, this week challenged married people to have more kids. He warned that having dogs and cats as substitute children could only lead to bitterness and anger in old age. Really? Yeah, I know. Coming from a guy who has not bought diapers before, I needed to pause and think about it. But apparently, the Pope doesn't know why we are not having a lot of kids. Dear Pope, it's not that we don't want it. We want more kids. It's just that our sperm counts are low. By the way, does the Pope know what sperm? Anyway, I don't know. Do you know? Yes. A new study said that the reason is because men are increasingly using Wi-Fi in laptops and tablets and smartphones. Oh. Yeah, these are important information you don't get on Keeping It Real with Adeola or other late night shows. You don't get it. This is important information for men. Right. Now, for men in Africa who have no access to laptops and tablets and smartphones, scientists are blaming low sperm counts on Wi-Fi used in voodoo. Yeah, I know. I bet you didn't know that voodoo also travels on its own Wi-Fi network. Otherwise, how do you send it back to the sender? When you say send back to how does it travel? That's how it travels. Right. Now, talking about voodoo, the World Cup started this week in Brazil. Yes. Except for players for Enugu Rangers, the best soccer players in the world are in Brazil today, showcasing their skills. Right. Nigeria will play its first match on Monday. Now, according to our official game fixer, you guys are not excited. Nigeria is playing on Monday. According to our official game fixer, the guy that fixes games for us, that one is going to be a win. The other two, we are not sure. It depends on how much the bookers are willing to pay him. Then he will decide money for hand, back for ground, and ball for net, you know. Now, this is a spoiler alert. If you don't want to know who will win the World Cup, please close your ears. Please. According to TB Joshua, the winner, he predicted it. The winner of the 2014 World Cup will be... Watch him. Yeah, he said it. He said it. Now, talking about winners and losers, have you sent your condolence message to President Goodluck Jonathan? Have you? Have you? No? Hurry up, because the Aso Rock mailbox is getting filled up. President Jonathan has been receiving tons and tons of condolence messages. No, he did not lose anybody in the family. Nobody died. No. He just witnessed one of his greatest enemy climb up to a place where there is perpetual immunity. Yes. I'm talking about Sanusi Lamido Sanusi. Yeah, the former central bank governor, dismissed by President Jonathan, was named the Emir of Kano this week. Yeah. It's interesting. It means that when next Jonathan visits Kano, he will stop by Sanusi's palace and give him gifts and bow down to Sanusi for blessing.
Kingmakers paying obeisance to the new Emir of Kano.
Oh yeah, it's tradition. It's tradition. And it's going to be bombastico. Sanusi Lamido Sanusi became the Emir of Kano the same day that Kano's other illustrious son, Sani Abacha, died 16 years ago. Yeah. History has a funny way of making fun of us. Now, after pulling back their original message, congratulatory message for Jonathan. Oh, sorry. Let me go back. After pulling back their original congratulatory message for Sanusi, PDP spokesman Mazi Olisa Meto, hours and hours after, issued another one. Yeah, they finally say congrats for winning this. But the president has not said anything. In fact, I understand that Jonathan has set up a committee to look into the best way his government will react. Yeah, the whole game was so tight that Kwan Kozo, the governor of Kano State, and his APC friends left Jonathan and the PDP in the dust. But it's not over until the fat lady sings. Yeah, no, fat lady. Already, Kwan Kozo is the one now screaming that the meek and gentle President Jonathan is trying to kill him. I'm like, what? Yeah, watch.
Under this circumstance, whatever happens to the governor or his family and even his people in the state, Jonathan should be held responsible.
Oh yeah, he said, whatever happened to the governor and his family, Jonathan should be held responsible. Yeah, right. When was the last time we held anybody responsible in that country? When? This man, don't make me laugh. Also, there continues to be protest by supporters of the late Emir's son. Yeah, they are protesting. But I can tell you that with time, they will settle and His Royal Highness will enter the palace. In the meantime, he is staying at the governor's boys' quarter. I know. Emir is staying at the boys' quarter. That's terrible. But don't cry for Jonathan. Though he is mad, he is busy plotting his revenge. There are indications. Sanusi. There are indications that he's planning to arrest Sanusi for fraud. No way. Yeah. Why are you laughing? Why? You think Jonathan cannot do that? What? Wait and see. The man is full of surprises and promises. Wow. Already, he has taken a step to punish all of you on social media who are celebrating. He nominated the Petroleum Minister, Mrs. Desiani Alison Madeke, to become the next Secretary General of OPEC. Wow. Yeah, that's a big position. Yeah, and he's saying to all of you who are saying that she's corrupt, that you should go and hug the tiger. Yes, that's what the president is saying. Now, if you think it was difficult getting the permission of the president to get Desiani to appear before the House of Rep, imagine how hard it would be to get the permission of OPEC president in Vienna to allow Desiani to appear before the ordinary Nigerian House of Rep. That was the plan. Move her to somewhere that nobody can reach her anymore. Now, never mind that it didn't work out well. The men who run OPEC, people like that, they said, until there is a female pope, we're not letting a woman to be the OPEC Secretary General. Wow. Yeah, that was what they said. Now, though Jonathan's sweet Brent, the Ziani Alison Madeke, lost out, he saw that friend, Stella Odua, won big. Yeah, the former Minister of Aviation got bestowed a new traditional title. Adeze Chukwu of Obodo Chukwu. She received this honor for the great work she did as a minister. Right. There was a funny thing that happened when the community, they presented her with a gift. And lo and behold, it was one of those bulletproof BMWs. Yeah, what a coincidence. Now, meanwhile, our adorable First Lady, Mrs. Patient Jonathan, yeah, she's doing her best to console her husband, Jonathan. Recently, she said to Jonathan, "Don't worry, my darling. If they fire you from Aso Rock, we will make you the Emir of Otuoke." I think that's a wonderful idea. If we promote it well, it may encourage President Jonathan to retire next year. He can enjoy his retirement years as the Emir of Otuoke. Yeah. Don't you think so? Yeah. The Emir of Otuoke will meet the Emir of Kano, and they will do what the Emirs do. Once again, it's time to ask that question. How are our politicians doing to get our girls back? What? It's over 60 days. Seriously? Now here is President Jonathan talking about it after a meeting with Pakistani's president. Now, I know. He's been hanging out with Pakistan. That is not a good thing. When Nigeria is now hanging out, next we are going to be exchanging notes with Somalia and Afghanistan. That's not good. Now watch President Jonathan talking about our girls. Watch.
Like we are still battling with how we'll get our young daughters from Chibok out from the hands of terror.
Wow.
Yeah. Did he just say Chibok or Chibok? I don't know. I didn't hear him well, but he doesn't sound like he's familiar with what we are talking about. Meanwhile, in Edo State, lawmakers contributed their quota to the effort to rescue our girls. Really? Oh, yeah, did something wonderful this week. Watch.
While the suspended lawmakers were at it, the Speaker and the other members arrived at the chamber with the mace and pursued them, after which they sat to hold their own session.
I know. I told you, there is hope. There is hope in that country. One day, the other day, President Jonathan warned Nigerian politicians to mind their words. He warned them that they are... Just listen to him.
And when one listens to some of the comments that we politicians make, sometimes could be terrible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he said it. When one listens to some of the comments that we politicians make, sometimes it could be terrible. Don't make me laugh. Sometimes. Like when you say that stealing is the same thing as corruption. Sometimes. Or this new one that I will develop Ekiti when Fire say wins. But until then, my punishment for Ekiti is that they will remain poor. Now, talking about people making terrible comments. Former governor of Lagos State, Bola Tinubu, the other day warned that anyone who rigs Saturday's election for governor of Ekiti State will be roasted. Now look at his mouth. It looks like he eats things that are roasted. Now, for those of you who do not know the real Tinubu, the one who smokes weed with area boys, yeah, and the other one, the one that carries fake degree from the University of Chicago, you will know that he's not kidding when he said he's going to roast people. He is ready to roast and eat both men and women, but more of women. Yeah, you can see, yeah, more of women. That's his specialty. Yeah. By the way, did you hear that the Nigerian army is now in the business of selling newspapers? Yes. They are tired of begging the Minister of Information, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Baby. They're tired of begging her for money to fight Boko Haram. So they decided to go into the business of selling newspapers. Wow. But something they got a little bit confused, you know this zombie mentality in the military, you know. Instead of printing their own newspaper, they are confiscating other people's newspaper and selling it. I say to all the newspaper owners in Nigeria, don't worry, you don't need to worry. Their medulla oblongata needs just minor adjustments. Show them the forest where you get your newsprint, and they will begin to print their own newspapers. That's all. I will only panic when soldiers begin to confiscate the internet. That is when I know there is danger. For now, they just confiscate the newspaper. Oh, that's a small thing. Here are some stories making headline news in Nigeria this week. Here are some stories making headline news across Nigerian newspapers this week. I will be guided by Sharia, says the new Emir of Kano, Lamido Sanusi. Sharia? No way. I was hoping that the man will adopt the transformational agenda of President Jonathan as a guide. Why Sharia? If I expose the demons in APC, Nigeria will burn, says Femi Fani-Kayode. You know Femi, former Minister of Aviation. After he did his normal thing, he said, now, my issue is this, Femi, the kerosene is all over your body. It's dripping. Be careful with setting fire. You know what I mean? Amechi was locked up in Kano Airport, says Rivers State government. I'm like, why is he complaining? Eh? He should be happy that he was not stoned. Shebi, he said that people should stone them. Yeah. Anyway, Jonathan can win battle against the media, says APC. Nonsense. These stupid APC people. Who is talking about winning? We thank God that the man is fighting some battle. For a change. Any battle we do, we don't care who is fighting. He's fighting something. Why we don't audit NNPC and CBN accounts, says the Auditor General of Nigeria. They don't, yeah. Let me, let me guess why. Because man pass man. They know where their power ends. How can you audit the Ziani Alice in Madeke? Who born you? Anyway, I can't be poor again. Poverty is like HIV, says Governor Rocha Sokorocha of Imo State. Now, that is really messed up, sir. That's really messed up. This wealth must be like cocaine, I guess. It enhances your personality. Did you get it? Jonathan took over our houses, pushed us to the forest, says neighbors of President Goodluck Jonathan. Now, that is not the meek and gentle Jonathan that I know. That is not the meek and gentle Jonathan that I know. Old Biafran soldiers tried to take over a radio station. Did you hear the news? No. They went to a radio station to take it over in Enugu. I'm like, why? You can start a radio station free online. Why do you have to go and take over an old one? I'm free. I can help you. Obasanjo was a stubborn child, says Obasanjo's cousin. Yeah, thank you so much for telling us. Thank you so much for telling us before the man messes up. Thank you. Right on time. Good job. Senate presidents, governors, ministers are part of the federal government delegation to the World Cup. Yeah, they're all gone. They're all gone. See their behind. They carry their behind to go to Sambisa. No. But Brazil, yes. No. Nonsense. It's time for your email. It's time for your email. Do we have emails today?
Every day.
All right, let's hear them.
Okay, our first email is from Emma Opara. He writes, "Good day, Dr. Damages. I enjoy your shows and always look forward to new episodes. However, I take exception for the expensive joke on tomato juice during your last episode 138. I know it's a joke, but watch it too. She's my sister. Somebody to talk for me. Thank you, Emma. That late night stuff. What is that? Waiting. Mind yourself."
See how she was yawning? That's the proof.
Back to the business.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, now back, like he said, now back to biz on the Bring Back Our Girls issue. We have to be decisive in fighting Boko Haram, or wait for a chance if the girls will be released by the bloody Boko Haram. Unfortunately, our military are afraid to die. I don't blame them because 90% of them have not seen war before. Most of them were in the military college during the Civil War. Majority of their top leaders live in Ikoyi and prime locations and are part-time businessmen with billions of naira worth of properties over the country. We don't have soldiers. What we have in Nigeria are military businessmen.
Ooh. My man, thank you so much for writing. On Tomato Justin and the night, my mouth is sealed. I'm not allowed to say anything. Don't ask, don't tell. That's the new policy here.
Isn't that the gay policy? Exactly.
About our military boys. No, it's okay. About our military boys. They want to be like Babangida and Obasanjo and David Mark. But nobody told them when they were signing up that they have to go through Sambisa forest to get there. Quite unlucky bunch. Quite unlucky bunch. Next.
I'll pray for you. Our second email is from Dr. Stoney in the UK. He writes.
My friend. No, seriously, we were in the same school.
I'm sure. Let me get his email first, and then I'll believe you. Dear Dr. Damages, this is my first time writing you concerning your weekly show. How now? I never knew you would turn out to be a doctor when you were in Akure,
yes,
Nigeria.
We were together.
Okay,
yeah.
Now I believe you.
Yeah.
I can see that you've done well for yourself, and I have been campaigning all over the world by doctors to support you. The problem is that most of them think you're fake. But don't worry. We will win them to our side one day. Please, doctor, don't forget our people at home. Many of them want to work for you. I have interviewed and appointed some of them, and I will package them so that it's possible for them to work for you. They are Mama Udoka proof, bomb proof, Boko Haram proof, and Taliban proof. They don't even need visas to enter the USA.
This is witch.
When they are ready to come, they will
witch.
enter a special room in my office at home and appear in your clinic the next minute.
This is witch. They are witch.
Most importantly, they will silence the powers that works with you. Hey! You are talking about nose damages.
I like that one. They need to be...
So that you can have a little rest before they start their own special wahala.
Trim their mouths.
On a more serious note, doctor, I join all sensible Nigerians and all lovers of Nigeria globally to thank you and your team, including your own Abuja tomato nose damages, for the great work they are doing to sanitize Nigeria. While we will quickly forget the Okupes, Abatis, Makus of the world, we will never forget you guys.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. My fellow doctor. And I like the fact that you are campaigning. For those people who still think bad belly doctors who think I'm fake, I've shown my certificate here many times. Don't make me bring it out again. It's from John Hopkins Medical School. Anyway, this is your idea of bringing people from Nigeria or from other places to come here without. It's a good idea, and I believe you because in my part time, I'm an inventor, and I'm working on this fax system that you can use to fax a wedu from New York to UK and from Akure to. It's just keep watching. It's coming very soon. Next.
Our third email is from Steve in Switzerland. He writes, Dear Dr. Damages, I read of the dirty slap or the pounding given to your Kosi Ojeko recently by her tenant in Lagos. It is understood that the slap was heavy enough to send her to knock out until count to 10. And if not for her airbags, she would have landed very fatally on the hard Lagos concrete. My first heartfelt thought or question was, how is Dr. Damages going to handle such brouhaha?
Yeah, brouhaha.
Brouhaha.
It was bad.
God forbid, to fiakwa. I'm still trying to figure out how I will react if my fiancé is given such pounding. Lastly, Tomato just has recently refused to wear her complete nursing uniform. Example, the cap. I pray what happened to Kosi should not happen to her. Do you see the cap?
She has been growing wings. Steve, thank you so much for your concern. As a result of that slap and the damage I think it caused on my Kosi, I went back to the Bride Price app to recalculate her worth. Yeah, I put in, all that and the parameters. And it says that junk. I'm confused. Kosi, the Bride Price, junk because of that. I'm confused. Next! I'm still in the morning.
Oh my gosh. Our fourth email is from Jelani. He writes, Dear Dr. Damages and crew, I love your show. Please keep up the good work. Meanwhile, I need that lady beside you reading the emails. She's cute and friendly. The word need is ambiguous and do not misinterpret it. I need her as a friend, Facebook, Skype, WhatsApp, or BlackBerry. She makes me feel happy whenever I see her reading the email.
my friend, mind yourself. Oh, eh? Look at your mouth. Eh? You need that lady beside you. Eh? Now, so they teach you how to toast to lady. Eh? No be your mates, they buy her first class tickets to visit them. And I need that lady behind you. Respect yourself. Oh. Go and learn proper manners. Nonsense. Next. I need that lady beside you.
Our fifth email is from Humble. He writes, Dear Dr. Damages, man, this your program is wonderful and educative. I spend my time every Monday evening on the weekly episodes. You and Tomato Joss are doing a good job. Like you're always saying, God cannot come down to solve our problem for us. But upon all the complaints from you, still there's no change in Nigeria. What can we do for this Nigeria? Well, I see a new Nigeria very soon. I pray for someone like Jerry Rawlings to ascend the throne of leadership in Nigeria and teach all these looters a lesson.
Thank you, Humble. Thank you so much for watching. All I can say is that the same thing, Obama told the Americans. He said to them, look, we are the change that we are waiting for. Now we were waiting for you. Go and make that change. Make yourself what you want to be. Stop praying for people to come from somewhere and change it. Next.
And you're sure that was Obama who said that?
Oh, Obama said it, yeah. I feel Obama, me and Obama.
I'm sure.
Next.
Our final email is from Juliet in London. She writes, I'm writing to appreciate you on the good work you're doing on your show, causing people like us to have a clue of what's happening in Nigeria in a more funny and expressive way.
Wow.
But I'm so disappointed. Maybe it's our fault for voting for a person that did not wear scandal to school during his secondary school days, or somebody who studied animals and later went to control human beings. I now see that such people don't have brains to act. Maybe you need to invite him to your hospital for more proper surgery. My question is, where are the foreign assistants that were announced that will help this Chibok issue? What's so funny about that?
No, it's an important question, and I've been thinking about that. It makes me think about what I've been thinking about. Me and Juliet, we think the same way. Go ahead.
He said, where are they? Where have they gone? Have they gone to Chibok and did not return? I know you are very close to the president. Please advise him to visit Barack Obama for leadership lecture. Anyways, keep up the good work, and I'm doing the spreading by sharing some episodes on Facebook. Even all my friends over here are having fun and are in love with you. Ooh. She gave you a wink. And as for Tomato Juice, I prefer your white uniform to the black. Just saying. And you're also beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Juliet. Thank you so much for your email. We reach out to Obama to see if he is willing to give a leadership lecture to President Jonathan. Here is Obama's reaction.
Where were we?
Oh my God.
That's all the time we have for emails. Please keep sending your emails to
drdamages@gmail.com
and follow us on Twitter at
Dr. Damages.
Now here is my concern for today. It's taken from the last public speech by Dora Akunyele, the former Minister of Information who passed away this week. She said, we have to continue to dream, because once we stop dreaming, then life is gone.
Wow.
Yeah. Until next week, I am Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You heal yourself.
So, what is your dream? What do you dream about?
I have a dream that one day I will take over your show.
It has something to do with Abati and Okupe, no?
Hey, leave Abati alone.
Aha! She's defending Abati again. Anyway. All right.
Welcome to First View Luxury Hotel. At First View Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit First View Luxury Hotel. We are located at #1 Adeola off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 080-7578-7135 or 080-9990-0601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.firstviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. First View Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.